Hello everyone, welcome to our day 1 class for the 7-day Chakra Yoga healing series. Today's class, Mystical Morning, is themed around the element Earth. Earth is the foundation from which all life springs, lives and thrives. Ruled by gravity, this environment represents the densest, grossest, and most static form of matter. Today, we will ground our roots as we explore the qualities of heaviness, matter, and the terrestrial world embodied in the elemental expression of Earth. According to yogic tradition, Earth is embodied in the Muladhara, the Root Chakra. It is the source and beginning of human incarnation, located at the base of the spine. The Root Chakra is related to our survival instincts, our sense of grounding, and connection to our bodies, and also our connection to the physical dimension. When balanced, the Root Chakra brings us health, prosperity, security, and a dynamic presence. When you are ready, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, perhaps crossing the legs, maybe closing the eyes, settling in, tuning into the breath, and simply observing the natural manifestation and cadence of each inhalation and exhalation. Throughout the next 7 days, we will be working with affirmations. These affirmations are simply phrases that are structured in a way to invite positivity and empowerment into the present moment, into your experience. The affirmation that we will be working with today is, I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. I invite you to return to this affirmation as often as you like throughout the course of this practice, and perhaps even inviting it throughout the rest of your day, helping you establish a connection to this moment, to your essence. You might choose to rest with your palms in your lap, or join us in Gyan Mudra, joining the index and thumbs together. The rest of the fingers are extended, palms facing up. Allow the shoulders to roll back and down. Mudras, or hand gestures, are a wonderful incorporation to your practice to help you enhance your presence, enhance your awareness of this breath, mind, body integrative experience. You might like to silently repeat today's affirmation to yourself, or perhaps suggest a feeling, an intention that you would like to embody throughout the course of this practice. On your next inhale, we'll extend the arms overhead, join the palms together. Exhale, gently lower the palms to heart center. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths to commence practice. Gradually breathing in through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth. Humbly bow your chin towards your chest. Namaste. Beginning with some gentle neck warm-ups, we'll walk our left fingertips over to the edge of the mat, lowering the right ear towards the right shoulder, finding a lovely stretch along the side of the neck. Lower the chin to the collarbone, chin to chest, and return to center, placing the left palm on the left knee. And we'll take it on the other side, walking the right fingertips out. Left ear lowers towards left shoulder. Chin to left collarbone. Chin to chest. And back to center. This time we'll walk our left fingertips out, lower down onto the forearm as we extend our right arm overhead. Finding a lovely side body stretch, back to center, and we'll take it on the other side, lowering down onto the right forearm, left arm extends overhead. And again, finding your rhythm as we begin to warm up the torso, the arms, the neck, mindfully keeping the core engaged. And when you're ready, we'll turn to face the short edge of the mat, coming onto all fours, setting up in tabletop position, Barmanasana. Knees are in line with hips, hips are squared, wrists are in line with shoulders. Core is engaged, navel is drawn to the spine. You might like to have your toes tucked to protect the knees, or you can have your toes pointed, it's up to you. Finding length through the crown of the head and out through the tailbone. One breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll scoop the chest forward, broadening across the heart space, gaze up. Exhale, press into the palms, curl and round, chin to chest, engage the core. A few more rounds of this cat and cow, Balasana, Marijariyasana. Really articulating each movement with the breath. Once more, and we'll ground down through tabletop position. From here, we'll tuck our right toes under, extend our right leg back. You might like to shift the weight forwards and back a few times, stretching out the calf muscle. On your next inhale, we'll float the right leg up in line with hip height, keeping the foot flexed. Toes and kneecap are facing towards the earth, being mindful to square the hips. Either staying here, or you might like to tent up onto your left fingertips, walking the left fingers out in front, maybe floating that left arm up. The arm is in line with shoulder height. Feel yourself growing through the fingertips, palm facing towards the midline. Taking 3 gradual breaths in this posture, grounding down through the right palm, the right fingertips, the knuckles, the left leg, feeling your connection to the earth. Either staying in bird dog, or you might like to join us in tiger pose, Virabhadrasana, flexing the right knee, drawing the heel towards the glutes as we externally rotate that left arm, grabbing a hold of the right foot. Gazing up, you might notice a slight rotation of the torso to the left, Finding a lovely heart opener, back bend. One more breath. Mindfully release the palm down under the shoulder. We'll keep that leg up and pulse. Small movements. Keeping the leg at hip height and raising it higher. Feel yourself growing longer through the heel of the foot. Really using the gluteus maximus, the hamstrings, to help engage that leg. Seeing if you can soften the muscles of the face. Unclench the jaw. 2 more pulses and mindfully release. We'll take 1 round of cat and cow to neutralize the spine. Reaffirming ourselves in tabletop, and we'll get set up on the other side, tucking the left toes under, extending the left leg back. Maybe shifting forwards and backwards, stretching out the calf. And on your inhale, floating the left leg up to hip height, keeping the leg engaged, foot is flexed, squeezing the glutes. Mindfully engaging the core, drawing the navel to the spine. Keeping the hips squared, grounding down through the palms. Lifting up and out of the shoulder girdle. 1 more breath here. And either staying in this variation, or you might like to tent up onto your right fingertips. Perhaps walking your right fingers out in front, floating the arm up as we come into bird dog. Taking a moment to re-equilibrate. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. Matching inhalations with exhalations. Finding ease. And either staying here or joining us in tiger pose, grabbing a hold of the left foot with the right hand. Gazing up, finding steadiness. Observing if there are any tendencies for the mind to wander. If you notice any physical, mental, or emotional sensations. Simply welcome their presence, accepting them as they are, and mindfully detaching as you return to this moment. We'll gently release, lowering the palm down, keeping the leg up and finding those pulses. Small yet powerful movements, engaging the whole body. Seeing if you can lift that leg a little higher. Squeeze the glutes, the hamstrings a little more. Keep going. You are doing so well. Last 3, 2, 1. Gently lower the left knee down. Staying in a tabletop position, turn the fingers to face the long edges of the mat. Wrists are facing towards one another. And we'll begin to create some circular movements. Moving the hips towards the heels and rolling the shoulders over the wrists. Maybe doing a few circles in one direction and rotating the movement. From here we'll flip the grip, fingertips facing towards the knees, palms facing skywards, perhaps wriggling the fingers out once or twice, stretching the forearms. And when you're ready, we'll sink back into Balasana, child's pose. Hips are sinking towards the heels. Arms are extended out in front. Widening the knees as is sufficient for you, really facilitating a release for the belly, the chest. And from here, transitioning into tabletop position, tenting up onto the fingertips, we'll engage the core. Inhale, flex the right knee, draw it towards the chest, and mindfully guide the right foot down between the palms. Taking a moment to square off the hips, broadening across the heart space, gazing up. This low supported variation of Crescent Lunge, Untitled Chapter, is a great way to stretch the hip flexors, ensuring that the right knee, the front knee, is in line with the ankle. Hips are squared to the front of the mat. Really squeezing the inner thighs together so that we're lifting up and out of the pelvic bowl, finding a safe and active stretch. Feeling your connection to Mother Earth. As we transition through these asanas, really feel yourself channeling energy into the Muladhara Chakra, the root chakra at the base of the spine. Modern yogic tradition has assimilated the root chakra to be associated with the color red. So if it is at all helpful for you throughout the course of this practice, maybe you would like to intuitively practice these asanas, closing the eyes and calling to mind a visualization of this color, this deep, rich red in the region of the Muladhara Chakra, really facilitating a greater connection and awareness of the present moment, of this integration. From here we'll ground down through the left palm as we extend our right arm skywards, rotating the torso to the right, gazing up, finding a lovely side body stretch, mindfully distributing the weight across that left palm and the front leg. 2 more breaths. Gently floating the right palm down underneath the right shoulder, tenting up onto the fingertips, and we'll take a revolved low lunge. Joining the palms together in Namaskar Mudra, prayer position, placing the lateral edge of the left tricep atop of that right thigh, using this as leverage to help you lift up and out of the torso, finding a deep twist, maybe gazing over that right shoulder, over the right elbow, sinking a little further into the stretch. Finding a medium where you can simultaneously engage the muscles and find a state of ease and relaxation. We'll return to frame the front foot and step back into tabletop position, sinking the hips back towards the heels, child's pose. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. Taking about 3 to 4 gradual breaths in child's pose. And on your next inhalation, we'll rise up into Barmanasana, tabletop, getting set up to take this transition on the other side. Tenting up onto the fingertips, engaging the core. Inhale, draw the left knee towards the chest and mindfully place the left foot between the palms, taking any adjustments as we find this low supported lunge. Finding that engagement in the root chakra. Gazing up, steady breath, steady focus. Again, checking in with your foundation. Left knee is in line with the left ankle. Knees tracking over the second toe, hips are squared. Feeling a lovely stretch along the right side body. Really visualizing where you feel sensations, where you feel the muscles engaging. Mindfully guide your breath there. One more breath. We'll ground down through the right palm as we extend our left arm skywards, rotating the torso to the left, gazing up. This is a lovely way to gently stretch the back, engage the core, go a little bit deeper into the hip flexor stretch. Being mindful to evenly distribute that weight across the front foot and the right palm. Grounding down through the shin, the top of the back foot. Mindfully taking 3 gradual breaths in this posture. Gently placing the left palm under the left shoulder, tenting up onto the fingertips, and we'll take a revolved twist, joining the palms together in Namaskar Mudra, guiding the right tricep on top of the left thigh, pressing into the palms, lifting up and out of the side body, lifting up and out of the pelvic bowl. Breathe. One more breath in this posture. Gently returning to center, framing the front foot. We'll step the left leg back, again taking child's pose. Finding any variation that is conducive with your energy levels for today. And I would like to remind you that this is your practice. Really tune into what your body needs, what your body wants. And if that means resting in child's pose for the remainder of practice, by all means. Feel confident and courageous in your decisions. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. Coming up to tabletop position, grounding down through the palms, rolling the shoulders back, engaging the core. Finding length along the back of the neck. We'll tent up onto the fingertips. Inhale, flex the right knee, draw it towards the chest. Guide the foot between the palms, shifting the hips, tucking the back toes under. And this time on our inhale, we'll extend that left leg, coming into a supported high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Staying high on the ball of that back foot, heel is raised, hips are squared. Seeing if you can unclench the jaw, maybe inviting a smile onto the lips, finding ease. This is a great posture to simultaneously strengthen, stretch, tone, and mobilize the lower body, the posterior chain. Breathe. If ever you need to lower your back knee down onto the surface beneath you, that is perfectly okay. Listen to your needs. And we'll take a twist, grounding down through the left palm, extending the right arm overhead, twisting the torso to the right. Again, finding a lovely deep hip flexor stretch on the left side body. Steady breaths. Releasing any stress, any tension that might be arising. Knowing that you are safe. All is well. One more breath in this posture. We'll lower our right palm down, framing the front foot. If you would like to lower your knee down for a moment, that is okay. We are going to transition into a revolved crescent lunge. Again, joining the palms together in Namaskar Mudra. Really engaging the inner thighs here, squeezing everything together so that we are lifting up and out of the Muladhara Chakra, raising that energy, opening the channel. Three more breaths in this posture. Shifting your gaze to the top of the mat, framing the front foot, grounding down through the palms, and we'll step the right leg back to meet the left, plank pose, Balasana. Finding full body engagement here. Navel is drawn towards the spine, quadriceps, calves, hamstrings, glutes, ankles are all switched on. Rolling the shoulders back away from the ears, finding length along the back of the neck. You might like to keep a micro bend in the elbows for support. Steady breath. On your next inhale, we'll mindfully lower the knees down onto the mat. Come into 8-limbed staff pose, Ashtanga Namaskar. Exhale, lower the chest down, extend the legs, point the toes. Inhale, press up into Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. And again, you might like to take Baby Cobra, just ever so slightly engaging the back, raising the chest up off the mat, maybe keeping the palms floated. Exhale, lower down. You might like to lift up all the way, grounding down through the pubic bone, the tops of the feet, the shins. You might like to gaze behind you, just to ensure that your legs are in the right direction, they're not splayed out to the side. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, bend the knees, send the hips back. Child's pose. Finding a nourishing variation that suits you. Allowing yourself to re-equilibrate with the breath. On your next inhale, mindfully guiding yourself to tabletop position. Wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are hip-width distance apart, core is engaged. We'll take this flow on the other side, tenting up onto the fingertips, engaging the core, drawing the left knee towards the chest, guiding the left foot between the palms, and either keeping the knee lowered onto the mat, or we'll tuck the right toes under, extending that right leg, engaging the leg, engaging the full body, broadening across the heart space, gazing forwards. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. If you are supporting yourself on your fingertips, ground down through the right palm as we extend the left arm skywards, rotating the torso to the left, gazing up, seeing if you can lift that back leg a little higher, squeeze and engage the quadriceps, the glutes, the hamstrings, the calf, the ankle, the ball of the foot a little more. Mindfully distributing the weight across the front hand and the front foot. One more breath. And gently lowering the left palm underneath the left shoulder. Maybe lowering that back leg down for a moment, or you can keep the leg raised if you're feeling very strong. And we'll come into our revolved Namaskar Mudra variation. Placing the outer edge of that right tricep atop of the left leg, joining the palms together. Seeing if you can twist a little more with every exhalation, and seeing if you can lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head with every inhalation. Two more breaths in this posture. And gently framing the front foot, grounding down through the palms, guiding the left foot back to meet the right, plank pose. Checking in with your foundation. Really feel yourself growing taller through the crown of the head, lengthening through the heels of the feet, and finding a line of symmetry between those 2 points, keeping everything switched on, finding your edge, breathing through it. On your next inhale, we'll gently lower the knees to the mat. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar, chest to surface beneath you. Extend the legs, point the toes. Inhale, press up into Cobra. Exhale, lower down. And again, inhale, raise, broaden across the heart space, engage the back. Pausing here for a moment. Exhale, begin to lower down. Well done. Tuck the toes under, shift the hips back, child's pose. Give yourself permission to surrender to this posture, to this moment. Perhaps observing a clearing, a spaciousness in the root chakra, around the base of the spine. On your next inhale, guiding yourself through tabletop as we transition into a seated position, lowering down onto the sits bones, crossing the legs. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, join the palms together. Exhale, lower them to heart center. And again. Once more, flowing with the breath. We will set ourselves up for a seated spinal twist, Paribrita Sukhasana. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, join the palms together. Exhale, rotate the torso to the right, tenting up onto the right fingertips behind you. As you press the outer edge of that left palm into the right thigh, really feeling length through the vertebral column. And again, seeing if you can twist a little more with every exhalation. Grounding down through both sits bones. Steady breath. We'll come to center, hinging our hips forward. We'll come into a gentle forward fold, walking the fingertips out in front. If this is enough for you, maybe staying here. You might like to lower down onto the forearms, allowing the belly to rest in the lap. Perhaps making pillows with your fists, allowing your forehead to lower down. Or extending your arms out completely and resting your forehead on the mat, finding any variation that is comfortable and easy for you. Breathe. With the support of your fingers, mindfully guide yourself upright to a seated position. You might like to uncross the legs, fan the legs out once or twice, inviting movement into the outer hips. And we'll find a cross on the other side, so placing the opposite shin in front. We'll take the twist on the other side. Inhale, extend the arms overhead. Join the palms together. Exhale, twist the torso to the left and float the arms down, tenting up onto the left fingertips, gazing behind that left shoulder, finding ease. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. One more breath in this twist. And we'll mindfully release to face center. Inhale, float the arms overhead, hinge from the hips, fold forward, finding any variation that works for you today. If it's possible, you might like to try the same variation that you did on the other side, just so we facilitate a harmonious system within the body. One more breath. And with support, gently guiding yourself upright to a seated position, taking your time, being gentle. And again, maybe finding some movement, rotating the hips, the knees from side to side. And from here, we'll ground down through the soles of our feet, placing the palms underneath the thighs. We'll begin to lower down onto our backs, one vertebra at a time, moving with intention, engaging the core, and gently allowing the neck and the head to rest on the surface beneath you. Arms are extended towards the feet, palms are facing skywards. We will set up for bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, grounding down through the heels, grounding down through the palms, palms facing towards the earth, or for a more advanced variation, you might like to flex the elbows, fingertips facing skywards, palms facing towards one another, and we'll begin to raise our hips, the lower back, the mid-back. Squeeze the glutes at the top and gently lower down one vertebra at a time. And again, lifting up, engaging the inner thighs. Once more. And this time we'll keep our hips raised, squeezing the glutes, engaging the inner thighs, cultivating that awareness of the root chakra, the Muladhara, pelvic stability. Maybe closing the eyes. 2 more breaths. And gently lowering down one vertebra at a time. Well done. Drawing the knees to the chest. You might like to interlace your fingers around the shins. Perhaps creating some small circles with the knees, the arms, finding any organic movement that serves you. From here we'll transition into wind relieving posture, Muktanasana, interlacing our fingers around the right shin as we extend the left leg out, keeping the left leg engaged, foot is flexed, grounding down through the heel, toes and kneecap are facing skywards, really drawing that right knee towards the right armpit, without compressing the belly, creating enough space to facilitate normal respiration. You might like to roll the ankle out in one direction and the other. Either staying here or we'll find a supine spinal twist, mindfully guiding the right knee to the left, extending the right arm out at shoulder height, keeping both shoulders grounded. You might find a nice variation to cactus the right arm out, elbow is in line at shoulder height, and the right arm is flexed, palm facing skywards. It's up to you. This is a wonderful way to release any stagnant energy or emotions that might be clouding the lower back, the mid-back, the outer hips. Breathe. We'll return to a central position, drawing both knees to the chest, taking wind relieving posture on the other side, interlacing your fingers around your left shin as we extend the right leg out. This is a great posture for digestion, really helping to stimulate the internal metabolic processes. Maybe finding some ankle rotations with that left foot. This is also a great posture to practice in the morning or at the end of the day, really helping to find length through the back and find a nice stretch for the hip flexors. You might like to join us in a spinal twist, extending the left arm out, gazing toward the left fingertips as we guide the left knee over to the right. Letting go, finding ease. Returning to center, drawing the knees to the chest one last time. We'll get set up for our final posture, Shavasana, corpse pose. This could be an opportunity to find some blankets, blocks to place under your knees, finding any adjustments that will help you surrender to this moment. Arms and legs are extended long. You might like to have your palms facing skywards, an indication of receptivity. Or you might choose to place your palms facing down towards the earth if you would like a more grounded experience. Whatever variation you choose, know that this is okay. It is right that you are choosing to honor your body in this moment, recognizing that each day is different. Each day brings with it new opportunities. As you rest here in stillness, mindfully allow yourself to release, allow yourself to surrender to the earth. Breathing through any tension. And again, if there are physical, mental, or emotional manifestations that are causing any triggering feelings, simply guide the breath there. No judgment, just acceptance and curiosity for what is. Compassionately reminding yourself that the ability to arrive in a state of ease and well-being is only ever the next breath away. And for the next few minutes, you might choose to rest in stillness and silence. You might like to adopt a mantra of your own, perhaps visualizing the color red and the awareness of the energy surrounding the Muladhara Chakra. Or you might like to recite today's affirmation if ever the mind begins to wander. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. I am grounded in Mother Earth. I am grounded in motion. slowly beginning to arrive in the body, tuning into the breath, perhaps inviting some small movements, wiggling the fingers, the toes, rolling the neck from side to side, extending the arms overhead, stretching the body in opposite directions. And when you're ready, bending the knees, rolling over to one side. As we come into fetal position, perhaps using your palm as a pillow, resting the side of your face in the arm. Taking as many breaths as you like. And when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, we'll work our way to a seated position. Roll the shoulders back and down. Place the palms in the lap. Soften the muscles of the face. Affording yourself a moment of sincere recognition and appreciation for showing up here today to nourish the mind, the body, and the soul. On your next inhale, begin to gently extend the arms overhead, join the palms together. Exhale, lower the palms to the third eye center, affording yourself a moment to acknowledge and recognize the light within yourself and the light and the teacher that dwells within all of us. Humbly bow your chin towards your chest. Namaste. Thank you all for today, for joining us for our Day 1 Chakra Yoga healing for the Muladhara Root Chakra. If you would like to join us for a moment of Pranayama, I invite you to stay in a seated position, placing the palms in the lap, facing up, re-equilibrating to the breath, intuitively connecting to each mindful inhalation and exhalation. For this breathing exercise, we are going to find Gyan Mudra with our left hand, joining the thumb and index finger together. The rest of the fingers are extended, palm facing skywards. And for our right hand, we are going to use our thumb and our ring finger to open and close the nostrils. You might like to place your middle finger and your index finger on your forehead at the brow center, or alternatively, you can join the index and middle finger together towards the palm for Anulom Vilom Pranayama, alternate nostril breathing. We'll take one cleansing breath, inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling out the mouth, and again inhaling through the nostrils. And this practice will be performed exclusively through the nostrils. So we'll press the right thumb onto the right nostril as we exhale through the left nostril. Once you've completed the exhalation, gradually begin to inhale through the left nostril, closing the left nostril with the right ring finger, opening the right nostril, removing the thumb, and gently exhaling through the right nostril. Performing this simple combination of inhalations and exhalations through both nasal passages. Being mindful to ensure that the duration of inhalations and exhalations are at a 1-to-1 ratio. This is a wonderful practice to reduce stress, anxiety, facilitate deep levels of concentration and focus, and really helping us find a state of harmony and equilibrium both within the internal and external environments. After practicing this breathing pattern for several rounds, you might like to try 3 to 5 rounds. We will gently place our right palm on our lap, ensuring that we finish with an exhalation through the left nostril, and return to regular respiration through the nasal passages. You can incorporate this breathing technique into your daily practice to really receive the fruitful benefits. Thank you all so much for today. Namaste.